What is up, YouTube? My name is John Dawson. I am here to make a video about Jobber. Disclaimer, I am a partner with Jobber, but I was using Jobber long before I became a partner with them, and when I did become a partner with them, I reserve the right to say good and bad things about them. I'm just here to give an honest opinion. Obviously, I like it because I've been using it for multiple companies that I own and run, and I've used many other CRM softwares that, in my personal opinion, were too complicated for what they're worth. If I'm spending more time trying to figure out a software than the software is saving me time, um, it kind of defeats the purpose, right? And also, another disclaimer, I am on a juice cleanse with ginger, peppermint, vinegar, um, honey, cinnamon, cayenne. It, what I'm getting at is I haven't eaten anything at all today. All I've had is this just delicious drink. So if I yawn or seem a little out of it, I am. And I would love just a little piece of food. Yum. All right, let's focus on something else. Um, Jobber. Okay, I'm just going to give you a brief rundown of why I enjoy Jobber. Jobber is a software, a CRM software, a client management software that is user friendly, but also has the features that you need. I've always found an emptiness in the CRM market for a software that's user friendly that has all the features. Usually you get a ton of features, but the interface is just complicated and you end up down these rabbit holes and it's too hard to actually uh, handle. Or you get the ones that are user friendly, they have the apps, but they don't offer the right amount of backend, the right amount of software, the right amount of bells and whistles. Jobber has landed right in that medium where they have all the bells and whistles, but their user face is amazing and it's easy. You can use it on your tablet, on your iPhone, on your computer. Um, I'm just going to kind of run down this real quick. Here at the top, we have create. So you can create a client. That's someone that wants to, you want to, earn their business. Someone can send you a request. So that's someone who maybe you have on your business cards like me, you have a QR code, and they can scan that QR code and it brings up a service request page, or maybe they go to your website, they can request service. Quotes is obviously quotes. Job is obviously a job that has been scheduled or a job that hasn't been scheduled, but it's work that has been accepted, and you've created a job around it, and you need to just schedule the job or you need to just complete the job. And then obviously invoice, which that makes perfect sense. So that's just straight off the bat just what it does. That's kind of the storyboard of business. You have a client, that client turns into a job, that job turns into an invoice, and then you get paid. So very simple, but you can handle it, you know, without any questions. It's very easy to do. The next one is you have a schedule page, which will show you your schedule for the month, or I have it on a week right now. But you can do a month. And by the way, this is a fake account. I tried making this with my actual account that I use, but there's just too many personal names and addresses and phone numbers that I just made a blank account. So there's obviously no clients on here. So you can have the month view, you can have the week view, you can have the day view. The day view is very nice. Some days when you have 10 or 15 different jobs, it's nice to be able to see what employees are going to what jobs. You can kind of categorize it very simply. And another one that's awesome is the map uh, uh, jobs. So like when you're on the map, you can see where all your jobs are. This also helps with scheduling. So sometimes when I have none of mine are that far apart. But if I have two different crews going out, a great way to do this to be more efficient is to look at your map view. It'll show up with a bunch of little red dots. You can see right here it says unassigned visits. So those are ones that you haven't assigned to an employee yet. And then you can see which route would make sense for one team versus the other team. So you can start categorizing your routes. Like, okay, these people are going to go on the north side of town. These people are going to go on the south side of town. This team is going to take kind of the middle. And it just makes you a lot more efficient. So the map view is actually really beneficial in my opinion. And then you can go into a list view and look at the lists. The next tab is clients. Obviously, this will have all your client information on here. I don't know why my internet's so slow. But yeah, this will have all your clients and how many clients and what clients are worth. This is the other aspect of this, which is really awesome, is you can actually get real good data on your clients and what your clients are worth and what they are a month. You can sync all of this with QuickBooks for tax reasons if you need to do that. So if you are going to be doing taxes, that is one thing Jobber does not do. They do not do taxes, but you can sync all the back end with QuickBooks so that when you do run your taxes, all of those go straight over to that. And then this just breaks down what I just went through, the requests, the quotes, the jobs, the invoices. Marketing is a newer feature from Jobber, which is absolutely amazing. So maximize your growth with the all-in-one marketing suite. So this is a part of the more elite plans that you get. But this can actually help you do marketing through your Jobber portal. So I would recommend, if you want to go through all of this stuff, because it'll be different for you than it is for me, is click on the link below this video. It's going to give you a 14-day free trial, no credit card needed. So if you forget about it and day 15 hits, you're not going to get billed. So go click on that. You can go click through all of these features and actually go through all this stuff. And if you want to go do that right now, then finish watching this video, you can go through this, the rest of this with me. So, you can get the marketing suite, I think, with the Connect plan and the Grow plan. I'm pretty sure it might just be the Grow plan. You guys can click around and take a look at that. But I've used this specifically, the marketing aspect of it. I've used it for reviews. And those reviews are, every time I send an invoice, it'll send a Google review request. So I send a text saying, hey, Samantha, thank you so much for, trusting Green Duck Lawn and Land with your services or for your lawn care needs. Here's your invoice for, services rendered, whatever it says. And then after that text gets sent, they get another text saying, if you enjoyed your service with Green Duck Lawn Care, please leave a 5-star Google review, or please leave a review on Google. And they can click on that link, takes them straight to Google, they leave a 5-star review. It is a very seamless way. They're already in the mode of like, oh, wow, it's so easy. I can just pay through this text message. That's so cool. So they're in a good mood. And then bam, oh, I can just give a review real quick. Just click on this link. I don't have to go search anything. I don't have to talk to anybody. I can just go leave this review real quick. People love it, and it's going to get you a lot of reviews. That in itself can grow your business almost more than anything. So that's something that Jobber does that, honestly, if you're using CRM, you should use Jobber for that feature. If that's the only thing that sells you on it, that feature alone is what makes your business stand out from every other business in your area. Okay. And then obviously after reviews, you can actually run campaigns. You can go to referrals. So create like a referral program. I don't know why it's not opening up. A referral program, and then website, which, I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. What I think is also insane about Jobber is all of this stuff. Let me click through this again. All of this stuff is so simple. Everything is, it's got a good interface. It feels good. It's bubbly. You guys know what I mean by bubbly. Like it has aesthetic to it. Sometimes it's just line items. You're looking like you're going through a spreadsheet. It's visually pleasing. It's fun to use, right? All these things, all these buttons are all, it's friendly. Then you go down to reports. This is where if you got to get in the weeds, for a better term, if you got to get knee high in the weeds, this is where you go get knee high in the weeds, right? This is where you can see all your reports. You can see projected income, transaction list, invoices, taxation, aged receivables, bad debt, client balance summary. You can see visits, one-off jobs, reoccurring jobs, requests, all of these. You can go to your timesheets and see what your employees are timesheets are looking like. All of this stuff is where you can kind of get into the weeds and really dive into the back end and the nitty-gritty, the analytics, rather, of your business. But what Jobber does great is they still make it visually appealing to where you can focus. I have ADD. Not in a negative way. A lot of people think that's a negative thing. I'm happy I have ADD, if I'm being honest with you. But with having ADD, I need things to be clear. If I'm having to go through line items and trace and be like, okay, line item, like I lose it. I lose my mind. So I like being able to see the gray, the orange, the green, the red, the blue, the numbers. I can change the days. I can look down here. I can keep it simple if I'm like, hey, I need to look at a week worth of time because that's all I can handle. I can do that. Or if like, hey, I need to look at this month, I can look at the month. But everything is just made to where it works for you. And if you're different than me, this changes so it works for you. So that's just an awesome aspect of it. Below that, we have expenses. Again, this is a great place. I use this a lot because I take pride in having a very low overhead for my business. So I love to enter my expenses, whether it's fuel for the equipment, whether it's fuel for the trucks, whether it's chainsaw blades, whether it's skid steer rentals, dozers, whatever I'm getting, I make sure I put in that expenses. So when I look at everything at the end, I'm like, okay, this is how much all of this cost us. This, how can we save money here? Or if I go to rent a dozer again and the dozer is $300 more than it was last time, I'm like, well, I can call them and say, hey, last time I rented from you, this was $300 cheaper. Can you tell me why it's $300 more? This doesn't really make sense. So all of this stuff just gives you the ability to really dive deep into your business and maximize your profit, maximize your clientele, and just create an awesome business. Here's timesheets. When you enter your employees will be able to clock in, clock out, arrive at jobs, close jobs, send out any information that they need to you. It's a great way to run your employees. The one thing that I will say I want Jobber to do is I want them to give us an in-app chat. I want to have an in-app chat where I can chat with all of my employees inside the app. So when my employees hit the clock, they know that if they need to get a hold of me, they go through the Jobber app. Jobber app pops up on my computer, pops up on my iPad, pops up on my phone. If they have a question, somebody somewhere is going to see that question and we can get it answered. So I think the one thing that I would change with this or add to Jobber is a portal inside where they can get a chat, like a text message chat going. And I see you guys see my email here. That's not a real email. I just made it up for this purpose. So you can email it, but nothing will happen. And then apps. So apps is kind of where you can kind of plug and play and do some different things. The QuickBooks, the Gusto, the Company Cam. It kind of gives you that Shopify if you've ever been on Shopify. It gives you the ability to add other things to Jobber. I'm telling you guys, Jobber is the bee's knees. It is the one CRM software that is user friendly, has all the bells and whistles. Even has more than some of the other ones. It creates it's not just here to manage your clients, it's here to build you a business and help you run that business efficiently. If you haven't checked out Jobber, click the link below, leave your questions in the comment section so that way I can answer them or other people can answer them. My best suggestion for you guys, if you're on the fence, click the link below, sign up for the 14-day free trial. Again, no credit card needed. Click around on it. That's what I did. When I first started with Jobber way back in the day, I got the 14-day free trial. I clicked around for 14 days. I was going all over the place being like, does this fit here? Okay, if I had this scenario in my business, would this solve this problem? Okay, if this. And I was like, if I have 25 problems, how many of these 25 problems does Jobber solve? And then you just start checking it off for you. And I'm not going to tell you if it works for you or not. I assume, I can almost guarantee that it will work for you, but go in there and make sure it works for you. And then that way you can do that cost free and then go from there. But I appreciate you guys watching. I got to go get back on to drinking this juice. So excited. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment. Much love, y'all.